What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry I'm late. How you doing? Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. He is being arraigned today. Cole being arraigned. There's a new picture. There's actually a video we could watch. He's accused of this, assassination attempt, and he's going to federal court. So there's not going to be like a camera on the inside. He's going to be arraigned on preliminary charges, federal charges. I don't know what those charges are yet. 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, a teacher from California. Actually, I don't want that audio. Let me show you this. A teacher from Cali. Mama's love. Yeah, they say he lived with his parents. Okay. Live with his parents at home. I hear that. Oh, hold on a second. Hold up. I think it's supposed to be this. Okay, let's try that again. Oh shit! This button.
His arrest. Now I
don't know. So I still don't understand the plastic tinfoil wrap again. The spaceship wrap. I don't know if that's what he was wearing or they put that on him after. Yeah, they're outside of the courthouse today. He's being arraigned. Tinfoil man. A lot of people are upset that he didn't succeed in his mission. I guess I saw a lot of accounts on TikTok very upset, screaming, angry. I guess he thought he was going to be a hero, but even the people that he was trying to appease are not happy with him. They're very upset. He failed that mission. Let me see here in the article. They say he was carrying knives. Photo of one of the weapons during the attack was obtained. Oh, that's a shotgun. Yeah, it's a shotgun. They did say he had a knife though somewhere. Shotgun, handgun, and multiple knives. What I don't understand either, what's kind of interesting is in the manifesto, he had said he wants everybody except for Kash Patel. Why didn't he want to target Kash Patel? Why was everybody else an acceptable target, but not Kash Patel? Is it because Kash is brown or something? Like, I don't know. What? Not Kash. Spare him. I spare his life. And the group, the Wide Awakes. Man, that's crazy, bro. The Wide Awakes. Damn. So yeah, the hearing, we try to find out what time the hearing is today. Kash isn't white. That's crazy. I'm trying to say, like, why spare Kash Patel? What's up with that? Oh yeah, let me load this up too real quick. 60 minutes. Let's see here. Katerina says, my husband says the gun looks like a Mossberg 500 or 590. Mossberg or Maverick 88 with an HCI top folding stock. Let's listen to a little bit of this. Well, let me see. I want to hear a little bit of Trump's 60-minute interview. Oh, they're back out. Oh, that's the courthouse. Okay. And I have something else to... Let's do this here.
Last night in the nation's capital, a gunman stormed the security perimeter at the White House Correspondents Dinner. The president, the first lady, the vice president, cabinet members, and more than 2,500 guests were gathered to celebrate the First Amendment and freedom of the press. But after shots were fired, the president was evacuated.
I don't know. It sounds...
Members of the Trump administration. We spoke with President Trump this afternoon at the White House about what happened. Mr. President, do you know if you were the target of the gunman?
I don't know. It sounds it complained about him, and I think reported him to the police, and his sister likewise complained about him. His family was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
I was in the room, not far from you, Mr. President. Could hear what sounded like gunshots or commotion.
Right.
People nearby could smell the gunpowder. Everybody hit the floor. How worried were you that there were going to be injuries?
I wasn't worried. I understand life. We live in a crazy world.
You are sitting there next to the First Lady. The entertainer named Oz Perlman is talking to you. He's known as the mentalist. When did you know something was wrong?
Right around that point. In fact, you can see the expression on the First Lady's face. And your president of the evening, chairman or president or both, who was doing a great job, by the way.
Weijia Jiang,
your
CBS
associate,
News.
Yeah, who's a terrific person. They were asking the name of Caroline's child that he didn't know, I guess. But
Your
he was
press
able
secretary is expecting, and he was trying to guess the baby's name.
That's right.
You mentioned the First Lady. Her face, she looked very alarmed. Was she scared?
Well, I don't want to say, and people don't like having it said that they were scared, but certainly, I mean, who wouldn't be when you have a situation like that? By that time, I think she realized ahead of time that that was more of a bullet than it was a tray. And she
I'm not showing the video. It's just the audio to listen to this.
I looked at
I don't
her
want to take a
face
chance
just
with
a
these
little
people.
while ago. Before I came, I saw the scene. They played it for me in, pretty good close-up. And she looked very upset about what just took place, Why not?
You see the security moving quickly, within seconds, grabbing the vice president by his coat, lifting him up, bringing him out. Then the counter-assault comes in. Took 10 seconds for them to flank you, Mr. President, and then 20 seconds to get you out. It looked chaotic. At one point, you were down. What was happening?
Well, what happened is it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening, and I wasn't making it that easy for him. I wanted to see what was going on. I probably made them act a little bit more slowly. I said, wait a minute, let me see, wait a minute. So, I'm telling guys.
Just at that moment where it looks like you go sort of down with the service, you were telling them to wait?
Well, I know what happened is then I started walking with them. I started walking, and they said, please go down on the floor. So I went down, and First Lady went down also, but we were asked to go down by the agents as I was walking. In other words,
They wanted you almost to crawl out.
I was standing up, pretty much. I was standing up and then turned around the opposite direction and started pretty much walking out, pretty tall, a little bent over because I'm not looking to be standing too tall. And but I was walking out. It was pretty about halfway there, and they said, please go down to the floor, please go down to the floor. So I dropped to the floor, so did the First Lady.
What was your thought at that moment? What did the First Lady say?
Well, my thought was, I've been through this before a couple of times, and she has not, to this extent. She handled it great. I mean, she's very strong, smart. She got it. She knew what was happening. She listened. I did too, by the way.
Because this was the first time
when
she
they
was...
said, when they said drop down, that meant trouble. And obviously, I'm the president, and I listened to what they said. Please drop down, sir. Please drop down. So I was walking halfway, and then I dropped down at the final because we had a little ways to go where you're exposed to the ballroom surroundings. And then I got up, and we went to a hold room for a while, and I tried to get them to continue the event, if possible.
You wanted to go back in.
I did. I really did.
You can see the gunman running through the metal detectors, and he fired off 1 or 2 rounds.
His speed was rather incredible, actually. He was like a blur.
How did he get that close with the place swarming with security?
I will say, look, I say it because I'm a big fan of the people of law enforcement. And, you know, some of these people, they may be crazy, but they're not stupid, and they figure things out. He ran 45 yards, they say.
Yeah,
and he
was gone.
Went to it, and then, boom, he popped through it.
But bang.
I mean, he ran like, I think the NFL should sign him up. He was fast. When you look at it on tape, it's almost like a blur.
Right.
But it was amazing because as soon as they saw that, you could see them draw their guns. They were so professional, aim their guns, and then they took them down immediately.
2 hours later, the president was back at the White House to brief reporters.
I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was, in one way, very beautiful.
Do you think this will change your relationship with the press?
Well, look, for whatever reason, we disagree on a lot of subjects. We talk about crime. I'm very strong on crime. It seems like the press isn't. It's not so much the press, it's the press plus the Democrats, because they're almost one and the same. It's like the craziest thing. I have the strongest border we've ever had in the country, where, as you know, it said 0 people for 9 months came into our country through our southern border. We have a very tough border.
The so-called manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this, quote, "Administration officials, they are targets." And he also wrote this, "I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes." What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate are the ones that were involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things. But I said to myself, you know, I'll do this interview, and they'll probably, I read the manifesto, you know, he's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and I
these
was
are
never,
the gunman's words.
Excuse me. You shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace. But go ahead, let's finish the interview.
The other thing that he wrote in
You're disgraceful.
the other thing in the manifesto that I think is worth looking at in terms of determining his motive is he had been staying at the hotel since Friday. He checked in, he said he had cased the place, and he wrote, "What the hell is the Secret Service doing?" And he wrote this quote, "I expected security cameras at every bend, bugged hotel rooms, armed agents every 10 feet, metal detectors out the wazoo. What I got is nothing." He wrote, like, this level of incompetence is insane. Sir, you have already had 2 attempted...
Well, he was pretty incompetent, too, because he got caught.
It's kind of true, though, man. The incompetence. I mean, they reacted. They reacted last night, but I'm just kind of like... There needs to be better security, man. You would think by now, how many attempts does it take, right? Let me show you guys something. Good morning. Appreciate you guys joining me this morning. Hope you're doing good. It's Monday. Who knows what this week is going to bring? Let me pull this up here. If you guys could hit the like button for me, I'd appreciate that. We're just following up, hanging out, following up. I got to go to the doctor later, so I might be out for a little bit. So I figured, let me just jump on now.
It's just in this country.
While I have the opportunity. But if you guys haven't heard, let's talk about this first, because there's a couple things. Well, one, I still don't understand why Manifesto reveals alleged gunman picked. One Trump official to spare. For some reason, he picked Kash Patel specifically, directly. You know, you're good. If I have to kill everybody I don't want to kill people. I'm an empathetic killer, kind of. Like I'm gonna get, what do you call it? Not was it a slug? Not a slug. What was it the name? I forgot what it's called. And so there's more spray, so it's not as deadly. But but if I have to, I'll kill all these people too if I have to, except for Kash Patel. Like that's kind of like, holy shit, right? But then there's this other incident. Let me cue it up. Let me cue it up. I thought I had it up. Oh, here. With Jimmy Fallon, his TV show, and Melania responding to it. I think I should first, let me show you the video and then we'll get Melania's response. Mark Dice. Jimmy Fallon. Okay. Here's Mark Dice this morning's. You check him out on YouTube. With the Jimmy Fallon clip.
He was so upset that he wasn't invited to be the comedian to host the event, to roast the press and roast the president, which is customary. So he decided to hold a fake White House press correspondents dinner, imagining himself as the host, as the roast master, and included very despicable supposed jokes, including this one.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
A glow like an expectant widow. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel and many in the liberal media want President Trump to be killed. Not to mention the...
And then there's like this montage too. I'm going to pull up a whole bunch of people though. He pulled up some here. Yeah, it's from Libs of TikTok. I was going to pull that up.
Usual suspects on TikTok, like those with fluorescent hair and severe levels of soy and estrogen.
John Wilkes Booth, if you can hear us, if you are with us, please, please. John
Fluorescent hair and septum ring.
John Wilkes Booth, if you're...
And tattoos that are just doodles on this they-them's arm, which just looks like the scribbles of a middle schooler's notebook.
If you're listening, please.
Let me get this.
Oh my gosh.
Let me get this straight. Dumbass! You have a fully reloaded shotgun, but you chose to use a one-bullet...
We're not even sending our best to fucking assassinate. Because what the hell was that? Lee...
I don't know if this dude was trying to be like the next... Luigi Mangione. I don't know if he was trying to be the next one or something, but they turned on him. They're not happy with him. Luigi, they were all clapping. They were upset. I guess he got his target, and they found him very attractive. This guy, he's not getting that love. He didn't really do anything. He didn't accomplish nothing but look like an idiot. You know?
Harvey Oswald would never, bitch. John Wilkes Booth would never.
We used to joke about the severe mental health crisis in this country.
This was, I showed you guys this last night, I think. The teacher, too. This teacher.
By the time I get up in the morning, he has died. I'm fully convinced that we can't...
I don't know, I'll play the music, though, because they tried to claim something. I showed that video last night, though. And then Marjorie, too, I talked about this last night. The manifesto.
That I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I'm not sorry, but I have to call out. I am beyond sick and tired of the morons on the left and on the right. Why does every shooter have a manifesto, she asks. Most shooters' manifestos remain classified so they don't inspire more would-be shooters. Why did they release Cole Allen's manifesto almost immediately? Well, I'll tell you, because the motive wasn't clear. It wasn't known if he was going there to target members of the media and if he was someone on the right, or if he was going there to target President Trump. And so they released the manifesto to make it clear that he is a liberal lunatic who drank the liberal Kool-Aid. It's really being poured on social media, not even so much in the liberal mainstream media. This guy drank the online leftist Kool-Aid and believed that Trump was best buddies with Epstein and all of that nonsense. That's why they released the manifesto, to try to tamp down disinformation and conspiracy theories about what his motives actually were. Meanwhile, over on CNN, Dana Bash attempted to try to call out Congressman Jamie Ratskin about the
Ratcliffe. Okay. Let's see here. So let's get Melania's response. I haven't done that yet. Oh, I see where. Okay. I gotta fix something later. Okay. Let's get Melania's response. It's outside of the courtroom. Melania. Off with your head. Off, 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 off with your head. So she breaks her silence. Or Jimmy Kimmel. Did I say Jimmy Fallon earlier or Jimmy Kimmel? I don't know what I said. Break silence. Melania Trump breaks silence on the coward Jimmy hateful and violent skit. Calls for him to be fired. Kimmy's hateful and violent rhetoric is intended to divide our country. His monologue about my family isn't comedy. His words are corrosive and deepens the political sickness within America, Melania wrote on Monday. People like Kimmel shouldn't have the opportunity to enter our homes each evening and spread hate. A coward. Oh, she's fighting back. She's usually kind of quiet, right? A coward. Kimmel hides behind ABC because he knows the network will keep running to protect him. Enough is enough. It is time for ABC to take a stand. How many times will ABC's leadership enable Kimmel's atrocious behavior at the expense of our community? Should I try to talk to her? I don't know if I can do that, though. Kimmel was slammed for claiming Melania Trump looked like a widow. Claiming Melania Trump looked like a widow just days before shots were fired. Oh, was that happened before the shots? Kimmel was slammed for claiming Melania Trump looked like a widow just days before shots were fired at the court. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was right after. Kimmel held a parody of the Dinner annual event. That's kind of crazy, though. Honoring journalism and funding scholarships on Thursday when it came Melania as an expectant widow. That is wild. That is crazy. It's almost like the shots fired thing, which I know I just took it as a phrase that the White House Caroline Levitt was saying, shots fired. But then you have this thing too. It's almost like a Simpsons episode. The day before, he's literally reenacting the event where the shots were fired and, joking, I guess, saying that she's an expectant widow. Damn. Let's see what else we got. Let me find out what time the hearing is today. I'm not going to wait for the hearing, but I'm just kind of curious. Oh, Kash Patel, too. This was a really short clip, though. Spoke about... Let me see.
I mean, just remind everyone, this was almost the entirety of the president's cabinet, the president and vice president himself, and 2,000 members of the media. This is something the movies don't even write about, something like this kind of scenario, this kind of tragedy. And thankfully, the quick reaction of law enforcement, we're going to be able to present to the world in less than 36 hours almost, exactly what happened, this individual's entire background, who he knew, where he lived, who he was talking to, everything about the firearms, everything about the ballistics. I mean, just remind everyone, this was almost the entirety of the president's cabinet, the president and vice president himself, and 2,000 members of the media. This is something the movies don't even write about, something like this kind of scenario, this kind of tragedy. And thankfully, the quick reaction of law...
Oh, is this a longer version? This kind of. What did it say here? So they ask him about who's going to be doing the investigation because the Secret Service can't do it themselves. FBI director said, Kash Patel to Butler, and I agree it was a total failure. I have full confidence. Let's see.
They did a great job on the ground, but they remain reactive. The proactive approach is still under great scrutiny. The President of the United States is averaging an assassination attempt once a year.
That's crazy.
And there's still protocols that still. So who's going to do the investigating of the procedures? Secret Service can't investigate themselves because there's still people in leadership at the Secret Service that were responsible for Butler. How does that happen? It was a failure.
Oh, let's go.
Right. I can't speak to Butler, and I agree it was a total failure, absolutely. But I have full confidence in Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen. He oversees the United States Secret Service.
Well, let me show you guys this, because I encountered this last night, and this was kind of interesting. Like, so there was this Twitch streamer, apparently, and they're saying this guy was on duty outside of the White House. His response when confronted, sorry, man. So he was sleeping on duty in his car. Let's take a look at this.
No way. You woke him up? You woke him up?
I didn't wake him up.
The cop is sleeping in front of the White House?
He's snoring in the car.
No way.
He's laying back snoring.
Shh. Yo, my P, hold up. We caught him sleeping in front of the fucking White House, man. We're about to wake this shit up, man. You sure he's sleeping, Jay? This one?
Yeah.
Guys, he's sleeping. Yo, Trump is crazy hiring these people like that, man.
Dark as hell like a
Bro, check it out. I thought it was like fake or something, but I mean,
He's out, bro. Watching cartoons, look.
yo, what is he watching?
He's sleeping, guys. Watching cartoons, look. This is crazy. He's watching Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
Sir?
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
You mind waking up, bro? That's not what they pay you for. What you doing sleeping, bro?
I'm sorry. I just.
You're sorry?
I'm tired. Yes, sir.
You're sorry?
Yes, sir.
That's bad. You're watching the White House, my G.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
You're sorry about that? What is your name?
Officer Espinane.
Badge number.
0530.
Damn, that is wild.
For how long you been sleeping?
What's that?
For how long you been knocked out here? Because I've been here for at least 10 minutes.
Probably 10 minutes. I apologize. Probably 10 minutes. I apologize.
Probably 10 minutes, you apologize. Wow.
Do you think that's okay?
What's that?
To be sleeping on the job, you think that's okay?
No, I don't.
You know how many people could be at risk right now?
Yes, I apologize.
And you're
for that.
sleeping?
I apologize.
In front of the White House, bro, the president. You're supposed to watch the president, my G. You know what I'm saying? You're watching the president, bro. If I got a bomb or some shit, I just blow everybody up because you're sleeping, my G. You know that shit? So the safety of the president is not good with you, bro. In your hands, no. So please, my G, if you sleepy, you stay home.
Okay, I apologize, sir.
I need your sergeant.
What's that?
I need your sergeant.
You need my sergeant?
Yes, I need ASAP. Yes, I need your sergeant ASAP, bro.
This is bad.
This is very bad, man. I need to make complaints against you and report you.
So, yeah, I don't know. When I was watching, I saw this last night. I didn't watch the full video, but I started watching it. I'm like, it did almost look like staged to me. But I mean, if they staged it, so this was the streamer's name is Eli the People's Guy on Twitch. I don't know. Let me see if we can look more into this. But how would he? I mean, what? They would rent a cop car or something? I mean, there's the plates. United States Park Police. What do you guys? You think it's a skit? I don't know, man. Let me see if I can kind of look more into that. It's nice to hear like Maddie's laughs. She was like sick again. I can hear her laughing upstairs. So I'm gonna try to find more about that. Oh, Patrick, I hate when you do those like these 20-second clips. Can I listen to a minute at least or something? Patrick Bet David went on Fox to talk about. Oh, shit. He's talking about what is it? White people or something? As much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Oh. Some replies are pushing back. This is U.S. Park Police. Okay. They patrol Lafayette Park and the surrounding area, not the immediate Secret Service perimeter. Okay. Want to know about the authenticity. Yeah, they're saying it's real. I wonder if there's any news articles. No major news outlet covered it yet, huh? That's weird. Okay. All right. Let me see what else. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, this Patrick Bet David. Let's see if we can get a bigger, fuller clip because it's 20 seconds. Shit. I mean, what am I gonna do with that? We don't know the context of the conversation or anything. I guess that's all they're posting. And they're all posted in sync. The exact same video, the exact same amount of seconds. Okay.
Go. Oh, I'm already crying.
Libs of TikTok. Wow. Democrat Rep. Raja Krishmarathi blames Trump for the assassination attempts. It's your own fault. Oh shit, I'm gonna do that.
There's tremendous, as you can understand, concern given the threat levels that are going up in part because of the president and now 3 assassination attempts on him, his very low approval ratings, which unfortunately fuel a lot of disaffection.
Yeah, you got to go with the program where they try to take you out and kill you. There's this crazy situation too. I don't know if you guys heard about this. So there's this brewing company that had offered, what are they offering? A free cup of coffee for what? Free beer day. Oh, free beer. We almost got a free beer day. Either a brother or sister in the resistance needs to work on their marksmanship, or he faked another assassination attempt to get a positive news cycle. We'll never know. Regardless, we stand by at the ready to pour free beer. So here, Kirk Bangstad, he says he's running for State Assembly District 34 as a Democrat against Republicans. Incumbent Rob Swearingen. I currently own the Minoke Brewing Company, a large brew pub, in Wisconsin. I decided to run after observing an absolute failure of the leadership. So they're saying now that this guy, he's standing down and standing by. Stand back and stand by. What's the saying?
Round them all up. Put them in a big room that kind of looks like it could be a gas chamber. Don't actually do anything to them. Like, they'll be fine. Don't gas chamber them, but just put them in a room and tell them that's what you're gonna fucking do to them. Watch them all cry like the little baby back bitches that they actually are on their insides, and probably piss and shit their goddamn pants. Oh yeah? Is that funny? I had one of you as a little brother. I know exactly how you got the way you are. And it's because your daddy was exactly the same fucking way.
What?
You're not even your own fucking person. You're just a compilation of all the hatred that your father handed down to you, you dumb motherfucker.
That's kind of what you sound like. You're a compilation of all the hatred that was handed down to you. That's what you are. You're not even a real person. You're just repeating. You don't have your own thoughts. You're just a compilation of TikTok videos. Every disturbing security failure. Ooh. Every disturbing security failure. The end of X. Switch. Okay, let's take a look at this. Make sure this looks decent. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, we're looking good. Okay, so yeah, let's see how this article, if they got information about the security failures at the White House. Oh shit. I think I did. I do have a login for this though. I think I made one. Let me see. Did it log me in? Okay, it logged me in. I knew I got one of these accounts. Okay. So, okay, we know about the gunman. Oh, come on, what's going on? Okay. Yeah, Ryan Wesley Ralph. That was the guy at the Trump Golf Club, West Palm Beach. That's crazy to have this many attempts. I wouldn't trust nobody, and I would not be attending this flimsy event in this hotel, the Hilton, which you know they don't like you already. And a place that's probably not so hard to compromise. I was wondering about that too. Most of us I asked me, we were talking a little bit. She was saying, do they check the people before the day before, or the people checking in the week before? Do they do background checks? And maybe even background checks, you know, it's just one layer, but because I don't know if this guy has any kind of criminal history or if he was on anybody's radar, probably not. But then a day before, a week before, anybody could walk in there with guns. Nobody's checking. It's with an event like that coming up. Nobody's checking. How did he get those guns in there? He just walked in and walked up. I know he checked in the day before. That's crazy. Somebody could came and just set up bombs all over the place if they wanted to. They have no security the day before. That's a bad look for the hotel too, no? Or is it on Trump's people? I don't know. And I don't know how this guy got out of there without being shot. He ran in there, shot, hit a Secret Service person in the protective bulletproof vest, and they just tackled him. So let's see here. Okay, after the teacher stormed Saturday night's White House Correspondents Dinner, armed with knives, handguns, and shotguns, wounding one Secret Service agent before he was stopped and asked questions. On Sunday morning, Attorney General Todd Blanche said investigators believe that Allen was targeting the members of the Trump administration. What was another example of botched security? Multiple Daily Mail journalists who attended the dinner and stayed at the Washington Hilton hotel where the event was held noted many seemingly alarming safety gaps in the days and hours leading up to the incident. Guests checking into the hotel as early as Thursday did not have to have their bags or luggage inspected. I thought he checked in Friday, though. So as early as Thursday, maybe even up to Friday, and I don't know, however this guy got it in, unless he snuck it in after or whatever. He could have snuck it in after, but no checks apparently to multiple journalists. You could bring in whatever. You could have bombs with you. That raises the possibility that an individual may have had an opportunity to bring weapons into the hotel, thus skirting a security perimeter that was only established around Washington Hilton at 2 p.m. on Saturday. The security perimeter only established around Washington Hilton at 2 p.m. Saturday. Wow. He was registered as a guest, allowing him to potentially take advantage of apparent security failure. I mean, how many security failures are you going to have, man? Fire the whole fucking team. It's not like money is a problem, I guess, right? Fire the whole, get a whole new group of people, new team. Have auditors. Have security auditors. We're here to watch you secure. According to a witness, Helen Mabus, at the event, an event volunteer from Pennsylvania, Allen appeared to assemble his weapon into a makeshift room. In a makeshift room near the event space. see. Oh, here it is. International Ballroom. Trump seated on stage, escorted off stage after he heard stairwell. So, and I was talking about this last night. In this hotel, there's the lobby level. Then one floor below the lobby is the terrace level. That's where he had run up. Suspect ran toward security checkpoint. Suspect apprehended. He was right by the stairs. The top of the stairs is what I read last night. So all he had to do was go down the stairs. Had he made it a little bit further, he would have went down the stairs and then he would have been here in the ballroom. So another level down, 2 levels down, the concourse level. Who the hell is this? Like she dead or something. She passed out. Okay. So according to a witness, an event volunteer from Pennsylvania, Allen appeared to assemble his weapon in a makeshift room near the event space, suggesting he had perhaps stashed the weapon beforehand. He was in the chat room. Oh, sorry. He was in that room. He grabbed it out of the bag or something, said Mabus. She claimed he carried a weapon that was long and didn't look like a typical gun. He put it together and ran towards the stairs to go down to the ballroom. On the day of the dinner, after 2 p.m., okay, anyone seeking access to nearby streets and the venue itself were told to present a plastic room key. Okay. Indicating that they were guests. Or a physical paper ticket to the dinner. However, no one was required to match their keys or ticket with photo identification or hotel registration, proving that they were, in fact, who they purported to be. There was another journalist. I covered it last night, too. This guy had said that he literally just like flashed his card or whatever it was to get in. Didn't even look at it. Just, okay, go. You know, at least one anti-Trump protester dressed in formal attire was removed from inside the hotel prior to the beginning of the event. Attendees and hotel guests were also now required to go through magnetometers. What? Attendees and hotel guests were also not required to go through the magnetometers or security checkpoints to enter the hotel. Okay. Additionally, individuals were seen entering the hotel and the ballroom where the president was set to speak without presenting a ticket. Other sources reportedly, similarly and unexpectedly, easy access to the hotel in the hours leading up to the dinner. Inside the Washington Hilton, just steps from the ballroom, there was a security checkpoint which required individuals to submit to a screening. That's where he rushed security. Hey, look at her. Is she from the first? Is she from Butler? Is that the same lady? Secret Service? I haven't heard about that, Carrie. That would be wild. Look at the smirk. Wolf Blitzer, who was outside of the ballroom, said Allen attacked. When Allen attacked, it looked to me like the gunman who was firing these rounds was inside the security. He somehow managed to get inside the metal detectors. I think he ran towards it or past it, I guess. Damn. I wonder if Kash Patel feels some kind of way, a little bit or no. That like he was listed by the assassin as we're not going to target you, but everybody else will target. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. You know, it's like. Emily, thank you for tagging me. I'll share it with the stream. A short clip, but they're saying California Representative Ted Lieu is now facing mass calls for expulsion after it was revealed that last night's attempted assassin was from California, acted on the exact lies he made about President Trump. Oh, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times.
I mean, a lot of people have said that. I'm not sure why they're tying it to this guy specifically, I guess. Oh, is that the guy? I forgot. Somebody sent me something about the poster he had outside of his house. The political person or whatever it was. Oh my God. They're saying this was the security at the White House. Let's check it out. Security. Jeez.
Not so fast, Frenchie. Okay.
Jeez. Crazy. What else? What else? Oh, this was the first lady's post. Yeah, she snapped. Melania wasn't having that. She didn't like that. Snap. Now they're saying this is a kindergarten teacher. I don't know what's up with these teachers now. Like they're all, I don't remember back in the day. Maybe it's just because social media or something. I don't remember them being so like, I don't know. They got to go out there and fight and stuff and on social media and getting into politics. Like we never even like talked about it like that when I was growing up.
I just saw a video about what this girl's gonna do when it finally happens and like her wishes for when it happens. Like she was like, I really hope that it happens during the day. She's like, however, that would be really great if it happened at night and you like woke up in the morning and like what a great way to start the day. I want it to happen like on a regular schmegular day, right? On a Tuesday. And I just randomly want to hear that it happened and then like go outside and everybody in unison is singing No One Mourns the Wicked, except there is no Glinda being like oh, no one mourns the wicked. No one is mourning the wicked. Not in my world, not in my fantasy, and that's what this is. And in my fantasy, it would have already happened, right? Instead, maybe it'll happen on Tuesday. I don't know. And if it does, then I'm a witch. But anyway, how do you want to find out? Like, what's your, like, ideal situation for when it finally happens?
Wow. So they're saying this person's a teacher. She also appears to abuse Dayquil during her school lunch breaks. What?
Want to see what I brought for lunch
Allegedly?
today?
What the hell?
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, there's some people that do get high off of the cough medicines and stuff, DXM. I mean, I don't know what's in this thing. Some people do. I don't know, I guess.
Want to see what I brought for lunch today? It's going to be a good time.
That's so weird. What the hell? I don't know. What? That's the thing too. Though. I don't think I could date somebody like this because they want you dead next. They're praying. They probably kill you too. They probably take action and kill you.
Why can't they get this right? Why can't they get this right? Try, and hopefully we'll succeed. Get it right. Get it done right.
So weird to me too. There's people that are so angry. And they're just telling people to go out and do it, which, of course, I don't advocate for that. Violence or assassinating or anything, anybody on any political, doesn't matter if it was Biden or anybody else. But it's just so odd to me, too, that they're like sitting back and getting angry. And just somebody needs to do it. Somebody needs to do it. Those are the people who just sit back and never do anything or take any action in their life. It's just, oh, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to take care of it. Somebody do it. Somebody do it. What? Oh yeah, this was the post. Thank you for that. Dem DA who signed the whose sign is on WHCD shooter Cole Allen's front lawn speaks out. Do it! Do it! Do it! It's crazy. Los Angeles County Deputy Attorney has revealed he is close friends with his parents, with the parents of Gunman. Okay, the county deputy friends with the parents of the shooter. Paul Thompson is a Democratic mayor, crimes division prosecutor, told the Post he pretty much kept to himself. Okay, Caltech educated gunman. Was that a teardrop or a mole? I'm gonna go with a mole. Imagine you're like a teardrop. Thompson was running for judicial seat on the county superior court and had a campaign sign on Allen's front lawn. Said he has lived next to the family for a couple of years. He told the Post, "I didn't really know the guy that's accused of committing the crimes in D.C. last night. I know his parents. Obviously, we've been neighbors for a couple of years." He described Allen's parents as pretty normal, nonviolent, and friendly, adding that he may have interacted with them earlier the same day of the shooting. Thompson said a campaign sign bearing his name was placed on the family's lawn with the father's permission. "I'm friends with his father. I know them to be really nonviolent and peaceful people and solid citizens and residents of our neighborhood here." The boys were loaded up. Okay. That whole thing too with RFK Jr. has kind of been taken off more since we talked about it yesterday. Security grabbed him and left the wife. But I guess that's protocol. You got to catch heat though, man. Like if you're with a woman, you got a girlfriend, you got a wife. It doesn't, even if, logic goes out of the window, even if you have security or that's what they're supposed to do, you never turn around one time. "Hey baby, come here," or make sure you grab her. Grab her. I love it. Reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza was at this birthday party in an apartment, and there was reportedly a fire in the apartment. Man, he pushed all those kids out, pushed all of them and fucking ran out. Pushed all the kids out of the way. And the fire department came and asked, "Hey, what happened? Did you leave all these kids? You ran out?" And he was like, "Yeah, I was going to get help." I mean, I'm not really knocking him, really. I mean, I don't know. Hindsight, everybody reacts differently in different situations, I guess. Damn. Yeah, look at this. This is a thing. Let me show you another thing. So, how we were talking about the brewing company and this guy that's standing by, if you assassinate Trump, we'll do a free beer day, which is just insane, right? Brian Keller, the senior vice president of the regional markets for Asperger's Health, responded to the brewing company's post, hoping for the assassination of Trump, with a picture of himself wearing an F Donald Trump shirt. A senior official at the healthcare company is supporting calls for violence. He said, represented at Alma Meter for the Notre Dame spring game today, friends, gotta love for my koozie and shirt, and told them where they can get theirs. Regional markets. That's the thing too. This is where I say you gotta be a little careful too. Because if you're going to get any kind of medical attention, God forbid something happens to you or your family, and these people know your politics or just your beliefs or just, your preference or anything like that, some of these people are going to be biased towards you. They have no problem with killing. So what do you think they're going to do when you go to the hospital or you go to a doctor visit? You know? Oops, I just slipped something in your injection. Like, what do you think these people are going to do? Look at his eye. You look at tell he's whacked out too. This guy crazy. He got them SSRI eyes. We're like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, this guy kind of cracks me up, but he's somebody too that like he's on his, and he's just wishing this guy all the time. It's kind of wishing.
Clear on this. I do not want that man to die. I want to watch him suffer, and I can't watch a dead person suffer. So I want him to be fully cognizant come November. So when people tell him, I want to be.
I should die. I hope he dies. Like, wow.
Clear on this. I do.
This guy's always pissed though. What happened? Leftist mother probably posted a video instructing her young sons. This is the thing too with the kids and stuff. I always thought it was just so weird to me where people are like pushing this on the kids. You know, it's just weird to me. Like, let them grow up. Let them. You know. Rosie O'Donnell.
And why? That's how and why. That's what everyone is asking in the hometown of Cole Allen, the 31-year-old person who was arrested at the Washington Hilton. This is the neighborhood he lived in with his family. You can see that there's a lot of press. We've also seen that the FBI.
One thing is sometimes with these news stations, some of them, they'll start putting like this weird music in the background, just hoping to copy claim your video, you know? Still outside of the courthouse. Let's see what else is happening today. Oh, the Julio Fulio trial is starting again. Julio Fulio. What else have we got? Hearing on a deadly floods. How long we've been on? Let's see what we got for today too. I still gotta record and finish a video. Okay, let's see. I feel like we've been on longer. Oh, not bad. Let me see what's going on for today. Everybody's talking about Melania's Trump reply right now. Damn. Who's another teacher? School board member Alucha Schools, Tina Certain, reacted to Trump's assassination attempt by claiming it was staged. Oh, I mean, she's entitled to her opinion. All right. They found out the teacher's school, that guy was going crazy. Says he wakes up every day waiting. FEMA employee. Oh, somebody got caught too. FEMA employee, according to his Facebook profile on LinkedIn, he's complaining the shooter didn't kill President Trump. Dang. They're catching everybody. Kindergarten teacher. Okay, everybody's talking about this. The reaction. 5th grade teacher. Today I read the Declaration of Independence to my students and we worked together to translate into modern terms. When we got to the part where they listed all of King George's transgressions, the number of times I heard students say, "Isn't that what Donald Trump is doing?" is honestly wild. news conference today. Hold on, somebody tagged me. Layla. They're going to have a news conference today? Let's take a look. We've got to find out what time. See what The View is up to today. I wonder, yeah, their clips sometimes. Oh, there was a lady from The View that, Anna Navarro. She had a clip I didn't get to watch. We can put that up next. It wasn't on The View, though. I don't know if she has her own podcast maybe or something.
Were transported along with the shell casings and ballistics back to Quantico Laboratories for analysis, and that information will be included again in the criminal complaint that's coming. And so what we're going to do is continue to look at the interviews that we've conducted, the dozens and dozens of interviews we've conducted over the weekend, and put that in one place to show you what he did, how he got there, when he got there, when he arrived, how he got down to the area in question, how he was able to get through security undetected. We have all those questions answered, and that's why I wanted to present with the Attorney General at the press conference later today, once the magistrate is certified or signed off on the criminal complaint. Were transported along with the shell casings and ballistics back to Quantico Lab.
Okay. So yeah, it says FBI Cash Patel reveals they have tracked every move Cole Allen made. It will be released at a news conference today. With my luck and the way the universe works, I'll be at the doctor's office when that happens. But if I'm home, I'll try to make it. Definitely, we need to keep an eye out for that and see when that presser is happening. Let's see what else we got here. I appreciate you guys watching, man. YouTube, Rumble. Thank you for the Rumble people coming through. And we have some people on Twitch too, so thank you guys. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of crazy. There was a guy, unrelated to this, but there was a guy that was killed in a bodega in New York City. They're saying that last year he did an interview with ABC saying that he feared for his safety and was killed by a shoplifter yesterday.
Here at Sal's Deli on the Lower East Side, Abdul welcomes the new program.
People got shot, killed. Sometimes you got robbed, and the police never responds quick. They always come like 3 or 4 hours late.
3-4 hours late.
Our customers are heartbroken, remembering a man who knew them by name and made them feel like family. Our customers are heartbroken, remembering a man who knew them by name and made them feel like family.
That's sad. That's crazy. Yeah, the guy's name, I believe, deli worker Abdul Salah, killed in East Village after petty argument. They're saying Abdul argued with a previously banned customer, leading to gunfire outside of where Salah was fatally shot in the torso. Damn, fatally shot. What did they hit in the torso? Oh, the other man, wounded by a ricochet bullet from his own gun, remains in stable condition. What's in the torso? You can hit like an artery or something there, or shot in the torso. Damn. Rest in peace. I was telling too, like that interview where he's just like, the cops take hours to respond. The cops in the places where I've been, I guess I've been lucky. I'm here in South Florida, have been very quick to respond. There was even one time I was at my mother's house and I was doing jump rope, I don't know what happened. My phone or my watch, something triggered something. I don't know. And so I'm doing jump rope, and all of a sudden, this cop car rolls in front of me, but they're kind of rolling slow, and I'm kind of looking at them, and they're looking at me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was strange. And then she kind of circles back around, and I'm like, hey, you know, can I help you or something? And she's like, oh, did you call 911? I'm like, what the fuck? And I realized my phone, even though it didn't say I dialed, it wasn't in my call history. I think there's a way or something. I don't know if it was with your watch or your phone. Something got hit. I don't know if it was because I was doing jump rope. Something happened. I guess they GPS tracked my ass. It's like, what the hell? Because that wasn't even my address, my mother's. And it just checking if I was okay. And I was like, wow, damn. God damn. I guess you're not going to get that in New York. You know? Okay, let's see. More people losing their minds, unhinged. Okay, I like this guy, Scott Jennings on CNN. I thought it was actually really good that they brought this guy on to kind of counter and have a discussion and just, you know.
The left is not the only people doing this, and the right does just as much online.
You can understand why we're on edge as conservatives, though. 3 times the president, Steve Scalise, Brett Kavanaugh, Charlie Kirk. Heck, there was even a plot against Russ Vought the other day, who's the head of the Office of Management and Budget. I mean, conservatives are, I think, rightfully on edge because this keeps happening over and over and over again, and people keep calling Donald Trump a Nazi, and they keep calling him a fascist, and they keep repeating lies about him that are not true, yet they keep getting repeated regarding Epstein and other things. I'm just telling you, as a conservative who lives in this every day, my friend was murdered last year. My president's had 3 assassination attempts. I have a knot in my stomach about it every day that I wake up.
The left.
Crazy.
This appears to be the 3rd attempted assassination on your life. The first in Butler, the second, of course, on the golf course in Florida. Why do you think so many people may be trying to kill you?
You really want to know? The answer is you, motherfucker.
I wasn't expecting that.
Do any other single child-free women feel like, do you feel like when you're having a conversation with a group of people, and maybe it's like your group of friends and everyone has something to share, like about their life, it feels like you don't add value? It just feels like sometimes that I don't bring value to certain conversations because I don't have kids and I'm not married. And I know that's not true. I don't know the last time that someone genuinely asked me about my life and wanted to actually.
Wait, damn it, did I lose the clip? I wanted to show the lady. Oh man. I lost it. I got too much screens and buttons and stuff. I'll play this for you though. That lady, if that's true, that's too bad. Find yourself a person. You just need one friend. You just need one good friend. You don't need a bunch of friends and people.
Shine till revolution comes. I'm gonna let it shine. Shine till revolution comes. I'm gonna let it shine. Shine till revolution comes. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Damn. Here's Charlemagne the God with his thoughts.
Because the fact, whenever something like this happens to Donald Trump, whenever there is an assassination attempt, whenever there is some type of political violence that happens at, you know, one of these events, people always say, so are we going to tone down the violent rhetoric towards Trump? Stop it. Like, I'm sick of that narrative. I need every single media personality to direct that energy and that question towards one person and one person only. And that person is President Donald J. Trump. At what point do people simply say, hey, Trump, it's clear that you're the drama? Okay, how quick we forget. Just last month, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He no longer can hurt innocent people. President Trump, do you not realize there are people out there who feel the same way about you? That's why you don't wish death on people. That's why you don't say things like, I'm glad a person is dead. Whatever God got planned for a person is between them and God.
But the gobbles pepper, it's a business of pepper, it's a business of apples of pepper, it's a business of zipper. You know that song? Kind of catchy. I might have to listen to that after this to get pumped up a little bit for whatever else I'm going to do. Charlamagne the God is interesting, though, him talking with the allegations he's had in his past that have just kind of gone away, I guess. But I think it's kind of somewhat fair what he's saying, though, a little bit. You know, like the Robert Mueller thing, too. And the Robert Mueller, is it Robert Mueller? That's the Russia guy? Let me make sure, because I confused it last time. He's fair. He is saying that is a fair criticism, I think. You dead good, motherfucker. Die slow. He didn't say it like that, but you know, yeah, that was the Russia guy. So you know, and try to destroy him. I think that's a fair criticism. Let me see what else. Literally 4 days apart. Hakeem Jeffries.
Violence is never the answer, whether it's targeted at the right, the left, or the center. We have issues that we have to work out amongst each other. That's embedded in the First Amendment that was being celebrated last night. But what is also embedded in the First Amendment is the right to peacefully protest and to petition the government.
We are in an era of maximum warfare. Everywhere, all the time.
Violence is never...
Oh, this shit was so funny. I thought this clip was fake, but... This has to be scripted. People are still posting this video. I played it one time. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. Not about Trump or anything, but...
And come in here and pay me, and then you can talk to us all kind of way you want to, bro. The fuck?
I can talk to you however the hell I
No,
want
you
to.
cannot.
Go back to your damn country if you want to act like that.
Back to the... You just told me to go back to my country?
Yes, I did say that.
Bitch, I saw your fucking EBT card in there. Guess who?
So what?
Guess who paid for that motherfucking
So
shit?
what?
I did.
Oh, well.
Bitch, you know how...
How you want me to feed my kids? I'm fat.
Oh my fucking God, bro, you got me fucked up, bro.
Yeah, you got me fucked
I
up.
pay
Bitches
taxes
like to eat.
for your fucking food.
Yeah, bitches like to eat and my kids like to eat.
I pay taxes for your fucking food, and you told me to go back to my country?
Good. That's what you
Your
need to
fucking
do.
lazy, big-ass bitch. The fuck look like a fucking upside-down bowling pin looking ass.
That's 'cause I like
You look like my fucking Suburban, okay? Fucking potato bill looking ass header. Get the fuck out of here. And come
I don't know, man. I've seen this clip a couple of times, and I'm just, is this real? Is it not? Somebody needs to interview this guy if it's real. Oh, they did one of these episodes. Iranian woman tells white liberal woman. Oh, did they have a new episode? I forgot what show does this.
Iranians, you don't speak for us. I was born there. We are very happy with President Trump. We're very happy about what he...
There's
Yes.
many Iranians that are angry.
No,
very
no,
close.
there's not many Iranians.
There
No,
is.
That's a lie. We are sick, us Iranian people.
Oh, those are two Iranians? Wait, what? Huh? Iranian woman. Oh, she's the Iranian.
Us Iranians, you don't speak for us. I was born there. We are very happy with President Trump. We're very happy about what he...
There's
Yes.
many Iranians that are angry.
No,
very
no,
close.
there's not many Iranians.
There
No,
is.
That's a lie. We are sick, us Iranian people. My half-sister lives there. My family lives there. We're sick of white liberals telling us about Iran and its people.
Jubilee.
We love Benjamin Netanyahu, and we love President Trump for what they did. They want to name cities after these people in Iran. So please don't speak for us. And what he did was strategic because with military operations, they have to have a structure and a plan. You don't go and just go and do something and not know what you're doing. You have to have a plan. You have to have intelligence to know where to hit, so they don't hit places that have a lot of civilians. So you're thinking in a very irrational way. Okay, he thinks in a very rational way. That's why he had, when he took down those nuclear facilities, not a single casualty. Okay, it takes time to do that. Otherwise, you do kill a lot of civilians.
What about them kids? I don't know what clip that's from, but okay, interesting. Let's see. Oh shit. Let's see. Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll call it. The more I go down the rabbit hole, the more I could get myself in trouble, I kind of say that joking somewhat, but yeah, I think maybe that's it. I think it's good. We kind of caught up on the story. Cole Allen shotgun picture for the first time. We saw the shotgun. Oh, sister, tell us. Link Lauren.
Have to get everything out onto the table. Mainstream media even repeat.
Yeah, we're not going to watch that. Hassan Piker.
America deserved 9/11.
Oh, yeah. It's Hassan Piker, the guy torturing his dog.
So insane. America deserved 9/11.
His dog has to be a prop. That's like the most insane shit to me. The dog has to be a prop in the corner so you guys can see it in the camera view, and the dog is not allowed to leave that little tiny square thing, rectangle thing on the floor. He's just a live, biological, live, sentient, that would be considered sentient, right? Being that's just there as a live prop to show that, hey, I actually do have feelings and feel, and I'm cute and lovey. It's crazy.
11, dude. I'm saying it.
I don't have any sort of patriotism in my heart for any, for America, but just in general.
I don't understand why these people just don't leave. This guy has a lot of money. I think millions, I believe. Just leave. And he's always saying, oh, these countries are so amazing. Cuba, which was a failure. And what other country? I forgot. Sneeko went to some country. Let me see if I could find the Sneeko thing. Sneeko went to, Malaysia. They're up and coming, some of these places, but they're just constantly talking shit and how, we're so behind and everything. So go live there. They will go.
Matter if rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Nico went somewhere. He's been in Malaysia, I guess, and he was just kind of, talked about America a lot. And then he went and ate this food from a vendor. He went to some vendor place, and the guy had even kind of like, let me see, food poisoning. Bro, you better get a bottle of water out there and shit, man. You better bring some, I don't know what you're going to eat out there. Where's the video? I don't know where it's at. I mean, I saw it the other day. I don't know where it's at now, but. Okay. Anything else?
When hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy. Your hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed.
Okay. Let's check it out. White House. Thank you, Job. Thank you so much, Job for 9. How you doing? And thank you for your membership, too. The White House. You said the White House, but I don't see the White House live unless it's another news page. The news pages will have the live feed first, and then the White House kind of comes shortly before it starts. So the White House, I don't see yet. But let me check some of the other. Let's try it live now from Fox. Or can you DM me a link to what you see? Yeah, there's a press conference coming later. FBI director. That man a capitalist. Talking about he hates capitalism. Caroline Levitt, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, not now then. Let me just double check, make sure we don't miss anything. Bonk, donk, bonk, donk. Oh, it's later. Okay, yeah, that we know. Thank you. So they said Caroline at 1, and then the FBI is supposed to be dropping some new information. Hopefully, I hope I'm here to stream that. What they're gonna drop. Okay. Just gonna scan a little bit to see if there's anything else going on. I know. Well, so Cheryl said it's out that these people complain about the USA, yet everyone wants to come here. That's true. Nobody rushing to go anywhere else. Look at Rosie O'Donnell, uplifted and upended her life and moved to some Ireland, and still upset and complaining and all this other stuff too. Not everybody can do that. Just take up and leave. I understand that, but these people with millions and stuff, okay, don't just talk about it. Be about it. Go somewhere else, then live the life over there. Go live in Cuba, Hassan. So good over there. Go live in Cuba. Maybe that's it. Maybe let me check the DMs too. Some Swifties. Don't mess with the Swifties. I remember a long time ago there was a Swiftie girl on X. This was like, it might have been still considered Twitter. It was a while back. And there was some political stuff going on, and there was one Swiftie fighting with the other Swiftie. So she was pro-Trump, but she was fighting with the other, I think most of them are anti-Trump. And she was fighting with them, going off. I forgot what she was talking about. I don't know if it was a trans argument or something. At some point, those Swifties ran her ass off the internet. At one point, it's like she privated her profile. I guess they started finding her picture, find out where she lived, find out her family. Then the next thing I know, she took down her picture. There's no picture. It's just a blank. I don't know what it is. And then her profile was just gone. I was like, damn, those Swifties, yo, they ran her ass off the internet.
Hey, y'all, happy Sunday. Fuck Donald Trump. Y'all, literally, my entire Twitter feed, my entire TikTok feed, nobody believes the bullshit that happened last night. It was just so freaking fake, and what an opportunistic time for this to happen. First of all, Donald has never attended the White House Correspondents Dinner up until last night, and then this happened. Kash Patel looked like an idiot. Like, he couldn't even, he was just kind of sitting there. Apparently his girlfriend was, locked up in a closet with holding some other man's hand. Let's see what else. Erica Kirk. Yeah, I don't even whatever with her shit. She's just literally the biggest actress I've ever seen. Let's see what else. Melania and her face was she was up underneath the table before anything ever happened with Donald. The whole thing is just, none of it makes sense. How the hell did somebody get in there with a gun? Why were all of the people that would be in line, if something did happen, also in the same room? Because we have things in place to avoid that from happening. I mean, literally nothing makes sense. It was the biggest show. Donald's trying to get some sympathy for midterms because he knows his approval ratings are at an all-time low. He is literally the worst approved president. And
yeah, so some people think this was some type of, orchestrated to, I don't know, maybe they were like hoping to do what happened with the first, was it the first assassination attempt? I think, yeah. Maybe they're hoping a revival effect or something like that. I don't think it was staged, but I know a lot of people do feel like that. And Alex Jones said he doesn't think it's staged. Tucker Carlson kind of, I don't know, I saw a clip, he kind of leaned into it, but I don't know, I didn't get to see. He was just playing around with the idea of it, I guess. All right, I guess I'm going to head out for now. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good day. Make sure you have, please, notifications turned on. I'm going to try to, if I'm home, I'm going to try to come back and make it for the Kash Patel update coming later. And yeah, and I think that's it. Be safe. Take care. Peace. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Adios. Adios.